Getting prepared for an agent is a lot of work. You want to apply knowing that you are good enough. I don't care if you want me or not, but I know I'm good and I know I'm a great actor. Like,
1, 2, 3, let's switch this up.
hi honeys! Oh my gosh, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia, also known as your fave social media girl. Welcome back to my channel. Wait, did I just say that? I'm still so jet lagged. If you are new, you already know what I'm gonna say. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And of course, don't forget to turn on the bell notification button so you know every single time that I post, which is on For those of you who have missed, who have not seen my last 4 videos, I was in Ukraine for a whole month. Surreal experience. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I don't know, I'm like sad to be back, but I'm also happy at the same time. It's like mixed feelings. Let's get into it. I'm gonna talk to you about agencies and agents and how to apply to them, how to get ready. Because let me tell you, this girl applied 6 times to agencies and finally, by the 6th time, I got myself an agent. So I wish a video like this existed when I was applying to agencies because all of my research strictly came from Google and my sister. Before I get started, this video is going to be more so of like an overall situation, of like an overall breakdown of how to apply to agencies, how to create your package, what goes in the package, when is it a good time to apply, like all of that kind of stuff. I will then be doing more in-depth videos throughout the next couple of weeks of each little section of this video. It's going to kind of be your little guide on how to apply for agencies. I don't want to say how to get an agent because like I can't make you get an agent. That's not gonna happen. I did everything by the book. I did everything the way they wanted me to, but it just so happened that the 6 times that I applied, it just wasn't meant to be for me. And now I understand because by the 6th time that I applied, I felt different applying. I felt confident applying. I sat there and I said, this is what I got. This is it. I'm good. Do you want to work? Yes or no? Wasn't scared if they said no because I knew if they said no, well, okay, well, they said no. What else am I going to do? Move on to the next agent. Getting prepared for an agent is a lot of work. It's not like, oh, click here, click there, and then that's it. It took me roughly about, I'd say like maybe 7 months to get my entire package ready for when I was applying for the 6 times when I actually got my agent back in September of 2021. The big $1 million question that everybody always asks, when is the right time to apply for an agent? Here's your $1 million answer, never. I just hear so much crap about it all the time. Don't apply in February because it's pilot season. Don't apply in March because it's the end of pilot season. Don't apply in May because there's starting to close down. Definitely don't apply in December. That is a for sure. Do not apply in December or in the beginning of January because the offices are still closed because they're on Christmas break and nobody's going to see that email and that email is just going to go to the junk and then that was a waste of time for you. In terms of the rest of the time, February, March, April, May, June, July, like there's always auditions. There's always stuff happening. So there is never a time when an agent is like, oh, great, February's done. Pilot season's over. Phew, March, I can chill out. Like, no, in March, you're still auditioning like crazy. Same with April and May. Like the auditions always happen and always go. Choose a time that you feel that you're ready. Choose a time where you're not forcing it. Choose a time that you are like, I'm satisfied, I'm confident, I'm validated, I feel great applying. Don't rush this because once you apply, you should wait a couple months until you apply again. And when you do apply again, you do not want to be sending the same stuff again because if it didn't work the first time, it probably isn't going to work the second time. So it's a bit time consuming if you don't get an agent right away. So do keep that in mind as well. When you're looking for an agent, you want to be very specific and you want to be very personal with your agent and the agency that you are applying to. Do not do a like mass email sent out to every agency in the entire world. Do your research like a crazy maniac. Choose roughly like 15 to 25 agencies in your city that you want to apply to. First of all, go on all the websites of different agencies. Take a look whether they're expanding their roster or not. There are some agencies here in Toronto that will say right off the bat, due to COVID, we cannot expand and we're only looking to keep it within the roster that we have right now. Great. The other way you want to take a look whether the agency is right for you or not is literally research about the agency online. Go to IMDb. You might have to sign up for IMDb Pro for this, but what you're going to do is you're going to type in the agent and the agency and specifically choose an agent in the agency. You're not just applying to the whole agency. You're specifically applying to an agent. Like that's how specific you want to get because it makes it personable. You want to sell yourself. I love you. I want to be with you. This is what I got. Do we have a business deal? When you're looking at the agent, type their name in an IMDb Pro, and then you can sort of take a look at what kind of people they are representing and how much their clients are actually booking and going out for. This is big because let's say we can see how I look. I got bangs, I got sort of strawberry blondish, maybe a bit darker hair. I got blue eyes, I'm white, I'm 25. When I was looking for my agent, I was going into all the agencies that I was interested in, who's on their roster. If they have a lot of white 25-year-old female girls with bangs, sort of a little bit of a ginger tint, I'm not going to apply because they already have so many of me. They're not going to take another me on unless I have some crazy special skill or something. If your agent that you really, really want has, you can still try to apply. I mean, it can, I've heard of it where they already have 25 people that look the same and then they added 26, but it is very rare. It also is interesting to see how many people per agent they have, like how many clients they have. My first agent, they had 95 people just to themselves. That is way too much. There is no way you are able to send out 100 people into like 20 million auditions a day. You're essentially virtually working probably 24/7. I think my cap amount is like roughly 40-ish people. This is a good amount because they're able to work with it. It's easier to work with it. They can remember every single person that they have. You're not getting lost. Like it's a decent amount to work with. Another thing you want to think about is the type of agencies. I'm talking like top agencies, medium agencies, smaller agencies, boutique agencies, or bigger agencies. So boutique agencies, when some of them will say that on their website, we're a boutique agency, meaning that they're a small agency. They will only represent a very handful of people, meaning like they probably will represent no more than like 20 to 25. It's a very teeny tiny. They like to work very close, very tight, very intimately with each of their clients. They like to know everything about them. They like to kind of really focus individually on each single person. Some agencies, like big class A agencies in the cities, they're not going to be boutique agencies. They're going to have a lot of people in their roster because they probably have like 10 agents working for the one agency. So they're gonna have probably like 500 people. It's up to you what you prefer. I know people in my personal life that are with the top agencies and they love their relationship of being in a top agency. They like having it, that it's not so intimate, that it's not so like one-on-one. But I know people who have been with the top A class agencies and really did not like it because it felt so black and white. There was no gray. It just feels very like just not connected. So it's really just what you prefer. When you're just applying for the first time or the second, or you're like early in the game of acting, I wouldn't say no to, you know, to big agencies, but I also wouldn't just say no to boutique. I would just say yes to all of it. Kind of do your research on all that kind of stuff, like how many people, the clients they have, who they're representing. Do they have a lot of the same people that look like you? Are their clients going out for good stuff and booking? Is it a big agency, boutique? This will kind of help you narrow it down to roughly 15 to 25 agencies, and then also see exactly what agent you want to work with and address it only to them and the agency. What do you need when you are applying for agencies? So when you're going to be sending off your package, that's what they're called, a package, or also known as a portfolio. In this portfolio, you are going to have 4 things: a cover letter, a resume, a demo reel, and headshots. Sometimes if you also have this as well, you can also add a voiceover reel, but this isn't something necessary. I'm gonna make specific videos, like actual 15-minute videos about each of these 4 things. I'm gonna really fully show you how to write the cover letter, the resume, all of that. Right now, it's more of a general information of what the whole package and the whole overview of it is. One of them, I've actually already done a very specific 2 videos about it, which is the headshots. I will link it right above here, headshots on the top. So cover letter. This is going to be sort of the first thing that you are attaching into your email when you're sending out your package to the agencies. This is the face of it. This is what sells you. This is like sort of your business proposal, your thesis statement. If they don't ask for a cover letter, I still would do a cover letter. It just looks good. It makes the package sort of more of a package. It looks really great. It's specific. It just really sells everything and just kind of ties it all in a bow. And it just looks quite professional on your end. The cover letter is sort of your summary of everything that you have for them. You in the cover letter will have your like date, and then I'll have your address, you'll have the agency address, and then you will be specifically addressing the cover letter to the actual agent, not the agency. The first couple sentences are supposed to be the most catching ones. This is supposed to be what grabs the agent. I'm not kidding, like keep it to the point, keep it short. You want to make sure that what you're saying is right to the point, right in the beginning, so then it catches them to continue reading for the rest of the cover letter. Written in your own language. That just depends on who you are as a person. If you want to keep it super like strict and very like, this is who I am, this is what I got, and that's it, that's fine. That's just who you are as a person. But if you want to keep it more fun, also do that. But just remember, always keep it professional with whichever one you do. When you're writing the cover letter, you want to explain who you are, why you want this agent, and why you enjoy the agency, and why you two are going to make a great team. 3 points, keep it short, keep it in your personality. Keep it easy, make sure that it, catches the attention right off the bat, and make sure to always do one regardless whether they're asking for one or not. The resume is an interesting one. You will always need a resume no matter what, whether you have 1 credit or 25. Your resume is explaining who you are and showing what you have and what you can do, your training, all of that kind of stuff. Don't worry if you don't have a lot going on. It's not that much of a big deal. Nobody is expecting you to have 20 credits in the resume when you're just starting out. Like that's obviously not gonna happen. When it comes to the resume, you wanna add your contact info, your name, you wanna add your union status if you have one, your hair color and your eye color, and this is all going to be right up on the top, your height, and also if you want, you can also add, if you sing, your singing voice. So for me, I have an alto singing voice, so I added that in there right on the top where all that stuff is. You're also going to add your professional credits. So this is like the stuff that you have done, whether it be film, television, theater, voiceover, commercial, all that stuff. It's going to be in separate sections. You're not going to like throw it all in there in one. You're going to add your training and sort of like where you went to school for acting. We're not looking what school, elementary school you went to when you were 5 years old. And then your special skills. Do not lie on your resume when it comes to this kind of stuff. I've seen people do this where they'll add skills to make it look really nice and great that they don't even know how to do. Your agent is going to read it and be like, oh, cool. Let's say you added swimming. Next thing you know, you have an audition for swimming, but you literally don't even know how to flap your arms in the water. This looks really bad on you. You just lied on your resume and you lied to your agent. Now, the other thing is with special skills is that you want to sort of be specific about what's the level of your special skills. I have in my special skills that I can ski, snowboard, and swim. Swimming is like intermediate level. Like if I know how to swim, if I have to go in the pool and swim, I know what I'm doing. My snowboarding is more of on a basic level, but my skiing is really good. I've been skiing since I was 3, so I would probably put my skiing on an advanced level. So that's also specific to put that in the resume because it helps the agent sort of determine what level you're at. The last thing you can also add is any awards or achievements within the industry that you have received. If you wanted to do that, this could also be stuff that maybe you got in high school. Again, like I added awards and achievements that I got, but I never added the date of them, so that's not that much of a big deal. When it comes to the professional credits, like I said, it's not a big deal if you don't have a lot. Like my first resume, I only had, I think, 3 theater credits and then only 2 credits for short films that I did in school, and that was it. And that was fine because, like I said, the agent knows that you're probably not gonna have a lot. You've never had an agent, you're starting out, so they're not gonna be all like freaked out that you don't have anything on there at all. Okay, the next one that is going to be in your email, demo reel. I've always had the hardest time with a demo reel. I've always found it really difficult to kind of be like, what do I want to put in there? What am I good at? Like if you have done like professional stuff, we're talking like little short films, student films, school projects that are like maybe shot with like legit cameras. If it's good and the sound is good, the quality is good, the audio is good, you can 100% use it as a snippet into your demo reel if you like your work. Remember, this has to be the best work that you have. You don't want to put something that you're like, yeah, sure, I guess it's okay, like show it in there. No, you want to keep your demo roughly 1 to 2 minutes. Mine, when I started off, was roughly 60 seconds. Over time, it's going to get bigger. You want to put your sort of like, out of every work that you're going to use, your best work right in the beginning, because again, it's kind of like the cover letter. This catches the attention of the agent right away. If they like what they see within the first like 20 seconds, great, then they'll continue watching it. In the demo reel, it could be either actual, like I said, professional work. It could also be classwork. So with classwork, there's a little bit of a situation here. Your classwork cannot be something where you go to your acting class and then you ask your friend Sally next to you here and be like, hey, Sally, can you film me while I do my scene? And then your friend Sally's like holding an iPhone the entire time filming you like this. No, it still needs to be professional, even though it is like classwork. In my demo, I use like maybe 5-10 second snippets of the work that I like. You're gonna use the best part, your favorite part out of the 5-minute clip of the whole scene. And that goes to all the work that you're gonna put in there. My demo was actually a little bit of a mix of like scene self-tape work and professional work. I didn't have enough of just professional work. It was a little bit too short, but then I didn't want to have all self-tape like classwork because I'm like, I'm not at that level. So I wanted to kind of put it together. I had a friend of mine, she went and put it together, which I'm so grateful for because they did a really good job. And that's the last point that I want to make when it comes to demo. Demos have to be professional. Like this word professional, I use it 300 times. Even if it's classwork stuff, make it fun. Like if you know how to edit, and we're talking like legitimately edit on iMovie or Adobe or Premiere Pro, whatever, go ahead. If you know what you're doing, by all means, go do your thing. But don't practice your new basic editing skills on your demo. That's just not a game you want to play with. Oh, I also forgot to mention, make sure your demo is showcasing the different characters, like different styles of people and whatnot you can play. Don't make it all one note. Like if let's say you did 4 different things and it's all like the girl next door sort of vibe, like the Valley Girl, well, that only showcases that you can play one thing. Make sure there's a variety because then the agent can see, oh, she can play like many different things. Great. That means I can send her off to a bunch of different stuff. She has a variety of acting skills. Like she has a range that she can work with. I love that. It makes them want you even more. The last thing that you're gonna be adding into your package is headshots. Like I said, I've already talked about in super in depth about headshots. They are linked above, so go ahead and watch part 1 and part 2 if you wanna get right into that right away. But otherwise, sort of the basics of what's gonna happen is that when you're putting into the package, you're gonna send off roughly 3 to 4 headshots to the agent. Each one is going to be different. You wanna make sure that your headshots are professionally done. They're not done by your best friend. They are showcasing, just like the demo reel, the different types of characters you can play. You don't want any crazy patterns, crazy ruffles, stripes. Like it's not about the fashion, it's about you. So you also want to look the way you are when you're sending out your headshots. Like if you did your headshots and all of a sudden when you're sending out your package, you dyed your hair black but your hair is blonde in there, that's not gonna work because your agent is betting on the way you look in the headshot in that moment when you're sending out your package. So if you want to all of a sudden dye your hair black, yeah, by all means go ahead, but that means you have to get whole new headshots because your agent is choosing you based on who you look like now in that moment. Once you sort of have everything kind of put together, you have your entire package, you have your 4 core things, plus a voiceover reel if you have one and you want to add that in there. You will then direct it like the subject, you'll say talent submission, like dash Anastasia PRO, you know, and that would be your subject. You will write a little mini email. It's like a very mini short version of your cover letter. It will literally just say like, I know your time is valuable. I want to keep it short. My name is Anastasia. I am 25 years old and I'm an actor living in Toronto. I'm looking for representation for blah, blah, blah. I think you and I could make a great team. I've attached my cover letter, resume, headshots, and my link to my demo reel, which is important. Let's say on YouTube or something, or Vimeo, that's just the easiest for them. They don't like it when you have to have all these passwords and you gotta click this and then from there you gotta click that, then from that you have to click this. Like you gotta make this as easy, as fast, and as accessible possible to the agent. Yeah, so once that's all in, you're gonna attach all your stuff and then you're just gonna send it off and then you're gonna wait. It's gonna take some time for your agent to sort of look at this. Sometimes it may take up to 4 weeks, sometimes it only takes takes up to a couple days. So don't freak out if you don't hear anything right away. If you want to, you can follow up 2 weeks after you've sent the email. It's up to you. I also took time in sending out my package. Like I chose, let's say 6 agencies a day and spread it out, let's say for over a week. So every day I would send it out to 6 agents and did that the whole time. Work on your own pace, do what you gotta do. If nobody answers you, don't be annoying. Don't like send 27 follow-up emails. That's just not gonna work. They don't like that. It's just annoying for them. If they don't answer, it could mean many of things. It could just mean that they saw the email and then they're like, you know what, I'm not expanding, or they didn't see it. It could just mean anything. Do not let it get to you, honeys. Your agent is just a small fragment of what you need in your like acting. Like it's not like the end all be all. I tried 6 times and then finally the 6th time I got an agent. Yeah, it was tough. It was hard and it was a lot and I had a really hard time with it. I'm not gonna lie, but you were not doing this because you wanted an agent to tell you that you're good enough. You want to apply knowing that you are good enough. Walk into that room and say, I don't care if you want me or not, but I know I'm good and I know I'm a great actor. Like that's why you're applying. You want the next challenge. You want the next step. You're ready to sort of go on that new journey of having an agent. Honeys, this is the end of my video. I hope this video helps you. I hope that it will sort of give you a little bit of a guide to how to do it, to apply to agencies. I'm excited for whoever's going to watch this video and get their package ready. If you have any questions about any of this kind of stuff, please feel free to comment on this video. I'll be more than happy to help. I'll be going into specifics in the next couple of weeks. If there's any video you are looking specifically for me to do, just comment below as well. I'll be more than happy to do that video also. Honeys, I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. You can also follow me on Instagram at Anastasia_PR. Honeys, I love you. I'm gonna see you all next Friday. Mwah. Bye, honeys. Love you.